And that's why Elmo is the greatest person of all time.
Jesus Christ.
Elmo is literally the poster child of the most extreme Black Friday events of all time. Remember that, audience?
My mom hated Elmo when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah,
'Cause that was
because he always spoke in the third person, and my mom was scared that I would start speaking in the third person because Elmo did.
funny.
Personally,
Mhm.
I think that she should have been more scared of Caillou because that little shit is a little piece of shit.
Oh my god!
I
never
never
knew
watched
how much.
Caillou. I would be like, why are people? Who's Caillou? What is this?
Do you not know who Caillou is?
I never watched it. I mean, I know it now, but I never watched it.
I had nephews and nieces that I babysitted where I did have to watch Caillou with them, so I didn't understand where all the hate came from, to be honest.
I
But
do. I watched it when I was a kid and he was annoying.
Cribbit. Cribbit.
yeah,
There's an episode where Caillou got dressed. He dressed himself because they were gonna go to the circus, but he got the day wrong. So his dad said, "Caillou, we go to the circus tomorrow. It's good that you dress yourself. I'm proud of you, but we go tomorrow." And he threw a whole bitch fit for the whole episode. And
wow.
the lesson was, you cry and do all that, and you still get what you want because he went to the circus the next day. That's by doing all that. And it's a lot of episodes where he just like does that, cry, moan, and still get his way, which is a thing a lot of people grew up end up hating that character about.
Oh wow. Okay. Very mean streets of. Yeah, let's see where that leads Caillou in the future, audience. I want to see somebody do a show
Yeah,
about
so I
that.
was gonna get that kid
You're joking?
Vanessa.
They already did that on YouTube. There's already adult Caillou where he's a giant man child. It's a whole thing.
That shit's funny though. I love that shit. That shit is hilarious.
Okay, I gotta see that. Yeah.
But you know,
Hey,
it is what it is.
yep. Hey, I remember babysitting my first nephew. Right, his number one favorite toy was Rock and Roll Elmo. So yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I moved around a lot when I was a young child, so I didn't, I didn't get cool. I didn't do that often. I blame the
Were you a
economy.
military child?
No, I was raised by a single parent, and you know how things are when you're a single parent.
No.
Well, I was raised by a single parent for a while, and then things happened, and then I was not raised by a single parent anymore when I was like 6.
Okay, well, the lore expanded. There you go.
I was raised by 5 parents.
Well, you want to share some?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into Witch Lord today. Okay, I gotta work on my emotes that I'm doing.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
You're gonna say start the intros, Cryptid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay, audience. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here, me, Cryptid Secret 415. GI Robot. You're the goat of the franchise, man. There you go.
Jake.
Anyway, my turn. Bricky Wall here, taking second place now and forever. Yeah, you can watch your spot now. So we did Craven review yesterday. I want you all to go watch that because you need to understand the depths of how far a franchise can go. All right, Craven was my goat, and that was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. I will watch Justice League 4 times in a row, the 4-hour version, before I watch Craven again.
Oh my god!
Well,
how can you make a hunter a vegetarian, audience? Go watch.
Hang out with Squirrel Girl for like 5 minutes.
I guess.
Where was Squirrel Girl? Huh? Was she in the movie?
Nope.
Failure.
No, they literally had everybody but her.
Damn, what the fuck are we doing as a society then? Anyways, I'm gonna go next because I'm now number 3 instead of number 4. So suck it, Jake.
Right here.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it. My turn. Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I don't like making sappy videos, but I have to do it. Yeah, I don't like making sappy videos. Okay, Jake, now go.
Yes, and it is I, Jake Tylenol, who was killed by Kraven in his sleep, but has returned from the dead, as Optimus Prime did. And, yeah, hopefully, survive Kraven, but hopefully Sonic Movie 3 will be the greatest film in cinema history, or not.
Just to let you know, audience, I'm not doing Sonic art. I am not mentally prepared to do Sonic art. Okay, you're gonna have to pay me. If you go look at my link tree, I don't know if they put it in there. Yeah, you can send me money and I'll consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jake can't be a furry this year. Sorry to tell you all that. I know you like furry, Jake. It's not happening.
That is my final form. But yes, and together we form the Fanatics out of order, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. On our Monday nights, our special Monday nights, we talk about the news, media news, and comic news, followed by our Tuesdays, which lead us to our comic reviews and our special Sundays that we occasionally do. We will probably do this week. I don't know. We have to talk about it behind the scenes. But when we talk about big movies that have come out and our thoughts on them.
Like Aquaman.
Yes, we also have a playlist of movies like Kraven the Hunter, our new favorite film of all time.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe us,
we replace Aquaman with Kraven, which it's that dramatic.
Yes. This was also established when we made a deal with Mephisto that Kraven would be the movie of the year, regardless of what we said. So Kraven is our new Aquaman. You can go check that review out on the channel. We just did it. I promise you, we had a fun time. Actually, we did. We had our guest Tavia, a longtime viewer of the channel. Go check it out. Of course, we also do have Aquaman, the Second Coming of Christ, and we also have other movies such as our Little Mermaid review, our other stuff.
That was I think the first one we did.
It was early. Deadpool, Wolverine, all that other stuff, and we got
I'll still never forgive these guys for making me cut my San Diego Comic-Con trip short to talk about this movie with them. Just remember that.
And we're gonna do it again. So
yeah.
What movie is coming out during Comic-Con?
We're not gonna do it again.
but yeah. Outside of that, that we have socials, and that's Witch's thing. So I'll let Witch take over.
Yes, it's my turn. I don't know if Jake or Cryptid put the link in the bio, but well, first of all, you can follow us on YouTube. Please subscribe. That's all I ask. Please get us to 50 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you and good night on that. You can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 because that's where you get most of the links that you need to find our videos. Or you can just subscribe to us and, but if you follow the Twitter, you might get special art. I'm just saying, right, Austin? Exactly.
You're drinking water. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, if you don't want to follow the whole podcast and you just want to follow me, well, first of all, I don't know if my link tree is in here, but I have a fully updated link tree where you can follow me. You can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I do post things on both of those things. If you like my cosplays, I definitely did post stuff on there. So look out for that. If you want to follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky, you can also follow me at Northstar Aria. I do post things on there. I try to. And yeah, go into my link tree and find all my socials. That's where you can find me. Even if TikTok doesn't go down, still follow me on my other socials. Yay!
Well, with that said, I guess.
But wait, I'm not finished yet. I forgot. I'm not finished yet because if you might be wondering, where are the others? Where are the other guys at? Well, Austin is a brick wall with hot pink blush and bright blue eyes, so it's not that hard to find him. But if you do find him, say hi. And if you draw a dick on him, he's gonna be very upset and run after you with his tree trunk legs. Trust. Cryptid is in the same place he always is, so have fun finding him. And Jake Nation, tell the audience where you at right now.
I'm watching Dami, Mommy, Rudaka go to work. So.
But where is
Who?
that?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Right
Can you
now
repeat that?
we're in the Coliseum area at Metro Nui, from my understanding. But
No, Jake, because all I heard was Dami Mommy right there. I was like, what?
He's watching hentai.
I thought you
He's
guys
watching
remembered-
hentai.
I thought you guys remember this joke. I called Rudaka the first time I brought up Rudaka for my article. I said she was Dami, Mommy, Rudaka. That's why I said she was.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Jake is in
Okay,
here talking about it's called hentai and it's art.
okay.
Exactly. Also, don't worry, audience. I did send Austin all the gay shit. Oh, I sent him some gay shit today.
But off screen.
Yes.
Was gone on Tuesday. So don't worry, audience. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But anyways, let's get started.
Alrighty then. I guess it's only fair if I get started with the first topic of the night. Chris Evans rumored to return for Avengers Doomsday.
I fucking swear to God.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously, but for me, look, you guys know I'm foreseeing Captain America 4 to be a box office failure, given how much additional money and scenes they added to the budget of this film.
Yeah,
So I really don't know what Sam's. They're still adding, yeah. So if that once that movie fails, I know Marvel's not going to want to have to put stake on or stock on Sam Wilson's era of Captain America going forward, because they'll just be seeing a failure at that point. So Chris Evans coming back. Again, they want to go play safe at that point, you know. I've been hearing. Huh?
I think you're gonna always come back. It's a movie full of variants. It'll make sense to have Captain America be back.
Yeah, I don't think
one way or another.
Right now, I don't think it means anything other than he's back because this is the anniversary in-game story that we're celebrating the history with. I don't think this has anything to do with anything.
I think it could be anything at this point, Jake. Like that, it's not out in the realm of possibilities that they will want to get like Chris Evans back to be the mainstay Captain America at this point. You know.
I honestly think if they do that, they hurt themselves more. But I think it's really just because this is for the sake of the story, and that's what they do with Sam. Now, if Sam does like terribly, sure. But I mean, like the movie's gonna cost a lot of money. But if it's like critically successful, I don't think they'll care as much.
They'll be.
I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure they will replace him with Bucky before they. Well, no, that would be very. But I think any way you do it,
they probably would do that, but.
I don't think they would do that before they brought back Chris
more than Ant-Man. I don't think it makes more than Ant-Man. I think it'll be okay. If it makes the standard like 700 million.
Without any controversy aside with Cap 4, I thought the best we could have hoped for was get it making 600 million. And that's just me being generous, but given the fact that it has to make, 800 million at this point just to break even? Oh boy. I'm not seeing a good future for Cap, for Sam Wilson's era's Cap. But yeah, going back to what Jake and Austin were saying, yeah, this was we are to expect some variants of established heroes in this. I know some people have been bringing up like the worst case scenario. Are you guys going to be bringing in Chris Evans just to play Hydra Cap? God no.
Best case scenario. That's the best case scenario.
No, that's the worst case scenario.
That's the best case scenario. Him just come back as a good Captain America would be boring. I'd rather them go to a universe where Hydra won and Captain America actually is Hydra.
I just think that would be like I just think that will be adding salt to the wounds, because this is a hurdle that the comics had to run through, like when they wanted to promote Sam Wilson's era as Captain America, but at the same time they turned Steve into a villain. So I could see how that was a bad.
From the perspective of like that was when it was first introduced. The thing that's unfortunate, but it's also true, is that like once comic fans know something exists, the controversy from before doesn't matter if it comes up again. Like people won't care as much because they've already gotten used to the idea. Oh, this happened in the comic. Like how many times have you heard somebody justify something by saying it happened in the comics, whether it was good or bad at the time. It's just like this is just what people expect at this point. So,
I would
I
would
expect
want
people
to
to be like, "Oh, this is a call back to Endgame, where he said Hail Hydra to that guy in the train in the elevator."
I don't think people.
that was short and sweet. They didn't need to do anything other than that. I'll admit that was a great moment in Endgame when Cap did the whole Hail Hydra thing. But to actually put the character in the movies to make Steve a villain, but at the same time trying to put all your stake on Sam Wilson going forward as the shield wielder, yeah, I don't see that working.
I don't think it's the same because I think. Well, first off, we already accepted that Avengers Doomsday we're gonna have an evil Robert Downey Jr., which people are like they were like, oh, that's interesting. The only reason people think it's lame is not because Robert Downey Jr. being evil. It's more so because they feel like it's lazy given where the MCU is at this point.
But I still stand by that.
The idea itself, no one has a problem with. I doubt it would be the same for Steve Rogers as well. We're already accepting evil Avengers anyway.
Well, see, because the other variant that I've been hearing discussed, which I think actually might work out good in Chris Evans' Captain America version, will be to say that let me bring up this picture. If he goes under his nomad mantle, to say that he was the remnant, that he was like all that remains of his universe, because like him being nomad is him no longer having a country to fight for anymore, So you could emphasize that and say like I don't have a universe to fight for anymore, This is just a fan. This is just a fan edit, audience. It looks like a damn good fan edit because
that suit is from the concept art of Infinity War.
There you go. Yeah, because I know the Russo brothers had mentioned before that to them, Captain America was nomad by the time we saw him in Infinity War. But this costume right here looks more akin to what his costume was in the comics. And I gotta give them applause for trying to make that whole stupid V-neck thing work. Because that was I always saw that image as like a ridiculous image back in the 70s. Like, what's the point of showing your V-neck shirt, Steve? Your
V-neck. See his abs, bro.
What's the practicality of that, though? You're fighting Hydra while also showing them your chest.
Yes,
fashion. Like just saying, which there.
I don't need a shield anymore, Cryptid. All right, you're not going to land a blow on my chest anyway.
Just saying, he had to make some adjustments to that costume, like literally in his first go, because the first version of his costume had him wearing a cape, and he had to get rid of that because he tripped on it. So it's like, okay, if you could do that, you could cover up your chest, Steve. They don't need to see your belly button.
Anybody who isn't flying should be wearing a cape anyway.
Anybody who isn't flying?
Yeah, why are you running on the ground with a cape? Batman at least swings on a grappling hook. You just running.
Again, it was a fashion choice from the 70s that just didn't work out for Steve. So,
show them titties.
Yeah. So here, this costume art looks.
Show them titties.
He does look like he's coming out of like an Armageddon sort of world, like the very roughed up. So I would appreciate it if they do bring in this costume for whatever role Chris Evans is going to be playing in Doomsday.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not too worried about whatever they do with Captain America as long as the story is fine. Because, like I said, he's already been evil in the comics. This has already kind of been cemented in history. So, from a comic fan standpoint, I don't think most people will care. This isn't going to be a movie about Sam Wilson. This is because Sam Wilson already has that movie and a TV show. So this isn't him using this to prove himself as Captain America. By the time we get to this movie, he's already Captain America. So I don't think anyone's really going to hold that against him either. I think this is just if he's evil, and we don't know, like this is just speculation. Is just the Avengers versus evil Avengers, which I think
that's all I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, this is which I think would be fine. I don't think it's really going to be much since this already been established as a thing. So.
To go to your point about saying like this is from the comics, right? Yeah. There are a lot of things in the comics that, for obvious reasons, for controversial reasons, they didn't want to have to put in the actual movies. given the height of controversy that surrounds them. Hydra Cap being Hydra was a very controversial era in Cap's history that, well, a lot of people like to bring up. He still, even to this day, hasn't recovered from. And so I just would rather them not delve into that hurdle, especially since
Yeah, but
again,
when
you
people
want to
thought Spider-Man was going to be when people heard Civil War, even though when I remember people complaining about that story nonstop, the idea of Civil War in the MCU, people were like, yeah, let's do it. Even though that was a controversial story, even though that damaged Iron Man's character in the comics, when they announced Civil War, people were like, yeah, that was let's go. People didn't care because it had already been established in lore as something that happened. For some reason, comic fans stop caring when something is a part of it. Once it's in the history, it's over. After a while, people stop caring.
Because of the adaptation of it, so it's not the exact same thing. It's not the exact same history that gets fucked over. Like Iron Man movie Civil War didn't ruin Iron Man. Like Iron Man becoming the leader of Shield and leading the Secret Invasion did because of Civil War.
Well, yeah. And I'm saying they also avoided those pitfalls as well.
No, I'm just saying because it's a different history. I feel like they're just more forgiving in the movie side of stuff.
Yeah. So I don't think anything will be problem. Now, if it becomes a whole political thing, sure, but I don't even think it will be because it's just an Avengers thing. So
with them doing variants and the main villain being a Iron Man, potential Iron Man variant of Doom, I assume all the villains will be variants of Avengers to a degree. We're gonna see evil versions of everybody at some point.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll be fine. But I mean, for all we know, it could just be this is the dude who's resisting against Doom Stark. For all we know, so I mean, there might not even be anything.
Yeah, I would say if you want this to be the last the stand against Doom Iron Man in his timeline, in a sense of secret. Time runs out when Iron Man and Cap were fighting to the death. It can be like that too.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are being hopeful while I'm being the one thinking about the worst of the outcomes. So we'll see what happens.
Hopefully I like Hydra Cap, so I don't care. Fuck them.
All right. But anyway, I guess we spoke enough. All right. Well, I guess we spoke enough about that. Guys, we'll move on.
Sure.
Gotcha. Who wants to announce this one?
Clayface film. Sorry, I already said it. Clayface film starting. All right, go ahead.
Clayface is getting a movie.
No, keep talking.
I did. No, that's it. That's all I introduced.
No. What else you got to add? Go ahead.
He's getting a movie, and hopefully it's not the Harley Quinn version because that will be boring.
Anyway, he's getting a film. The writer and director is going to be Mike Flanagan. He is known for a lot of horror stuff. This movie, The Fall of the House of Usher, The Haunting on Hill House. This guy is in charge of those items on Netflix. This is said to be a horror tragedy. Whatever fuck that means, I guess we'll see. It is said that he's not portrayed to be a villain in this version. He's just going to be a guy who goes through stuff and is sad, and I expect this to be like the Joker version of Clayface. To be honest.
Okay. So the sympathetic villains, what they're going for, I guess.
I was never Clayface.
Well, he won't be a villain. He's just going to be a guy who bad shit happens and he turns into this. He's not going to be a monster. He's not going to be fighting anyone.
Wow. So, okay, I guess.
You could set him up to be a villain later, but those sympathetic villains that the heroes have to feel bad for when they do bad stuff.
Yeah. Right now, they just want you to look at him as a guy.
Have we not learned anything from Penguin audience, or I'm sorry, executives? Have you not taken any lessons away from that show?
Well,
that's why I think they did this. I don't think they want everything to be like Penguin. I think they want variety of all that. So some are going to be like Penguin, some are going to be like this, and some are going to be worse. I assume.
No, I mean just about having a villain story about the villain being a villain, not turning a villain into an anti-hero or sympathetic villain.
Well, Clayface isn't always. It depends on the Clayface. I mean, if you go by the Batman, the original cartoon called the Batman, I mean, the first Clayface you saw wasn't a bad guy. He was a cop that got screwed over. by Joker, and he kept losing his mind and all this other shit. And he's
Wait,
not.
did you-
And the only reason, and the only thing he tried to do at the end of the day was just try to kill the Joker. It wasn't like he tried to do anything else.
Wait,
Yeah, that makes you a villain.
Did you
Right,
finish
yeah,
it?
yeah, well, yeah.
Wait,
But
wait,
point being
wait,
is that
Jake.
Clayface of all people, not every Clayface.
Wait,
is
both y'all are
evil.
talking. Wait, both y'all are talking. Well,
Jake,
Jake
finish.
saying
I
then
didn't hear him on my end.
No, go ahead, Jake.
I was saying that in Clayface's terms, like not every version of Clayface is evil. Even in the universe, they have multiple Clayfaces, so not all of them are evil. So
They're
I'm pretty
just
sure there's one that's friends with the Bat. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I was saying that I think there's one that's even friends with the Bat Family, from my understanding. So I don't know. That's just...
They tried doing that
right
in the
now he's
beginning
a
of the
good guy again, but that's the problem with the Bat family in general. There's too many people in there.
Yeah, they tried making Clayface a member of the Bat Family during the early days of DC's Rebirth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was about to ask you, Jake. Did you finish like the Batman story with Clayface? Because by the end, they actually brought in the real Clayface.
Yeah, they had the evil Clayface in that show, and then him and Batman and Bennett teamed up to fight him.
Yeah. So.
I don't have a problem with this. I have more a problem with how random James Gunn DCU, like, if he feel like he first had a plan and now just like the Marvel stuff, he changing stuff willy nilly to fit wherever. Because he announced it and now he changed some stuff back. He done changed some stuff already, and technically the first project just came out.
Yep.
And all these revision stuff just reminds me of the old DCU that we just loved. So Clayface is a Batman villain. If the movie's good, whatever. He's not one that people looking at like, oh yeah, this guy needs a film. If it happens, it happens, I guess. But we have this current slate right now, like the current confirmed slate from the DCU of James Gunn. Technically, the first part is Suicide Squad 2016.
Yep. That's
technically still canon, and then it goes into Peacemaker season 1. Besides the Justice League showing up at the end. Creature Commandos, which Cryptid was reviewing.
Okay, I will say this because I've been rewatching the episodes of Creature Commando. It is taking place after the events of Peacemaker. Just to let y'all know.
That's what I suspected.
Yeah. That's why I said after Peacemaker.
Yep, they mentioned Colonel Flagg mentioned to Amanda Waller about her daughter outing her to the public. So
I was looking at I saw the trailer and I was like, Amanda said something to the effects of like, yeah, we can't use humans anymore, but these guys aren't humans. So I was like, okay, so Peacemaker had to have happened.
Yeah. So,
but back to what I was saying, the next project is Superman. You have after that they have an untitled project supposed to come out in the May following. Green Lantern, Supergirl, Clayface, which just got shoved in there. The Batman, which is some unrelated. Dynamic Duo, which is credited as Community TBA, because they don't know if they want to be canon or not. After that, in development, you still got the Waller TV series following Viola Davis. The Authority, which was announced but somehow got pushed back. What you want to say?
No, I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Batman, The Brave and the Bold, which is probably why they're flaking on Dynamic Duo and don't know what to do with it. Swamp Thing, Paradise Lost, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle. Booster Gold will be a TV series, live action. Blue Beetle will be an animated series. And it's not counting the Elseworld stuff on here, like Harley Quinn, which is coming back. The trailer for that dropped recently. We just had the Penguin and the Batman 2. But like when you look at this, out of all the stuff he's confirmed that happened, most of it got pushed back and replaced with random things. So I wonder if Clayface was attended or if this director came to him like, oh, I like the character Clay, I want to do a film. He just said okay. Same thing with like Dynamic Duo.
All I gotta say is you gotta have one heck of a pitch to have James gonna say, okay, we'll put your passion project onto the slate then. So
I don't know. This is the same guy who said, I think the Flash is the greatest film of all time.
At this point, it's make a DC movie.
I think primary thing, and I've been looking at this with Star Wars. So bear with me for a minute. I think there are a lot of directors when they come into these projects. I think their biggest fear is that they want to be a part of this, but they also want to have the freedom to direct their own stuff. Like take from Star Wars, for instance, there was like a director who recently came out and said like, I would never want to do Star Wars, and not because I don't have ideas, but because like Star Wars is like so tight knit and like the fans want it done a certain way that I don't feel like I can really experiment and actually do what I want. Like if Star Wars already like the chapter's already closed. And then we also saw this with MCU stuff like Eternals, for instance, where Eternals to me is like a good movie. The director was saying things like, I just wanted like the ending to really be the Eternals just chose.
I wanted to blow up the earth because fuck it, I guess. Like
I think what James Gunn is doing is he's rather focusing on making the universe lived in. I don't know if we're even gonna have a Thanos. We might. But I don't even think that's really like his goal. I think he's just more in the interest of like, listen, if everyone could pull out a 10 out of 10 movie, the connectivity of it doesn't really matter as long as we can connect it later down the road. Like we have like even having Clayface is like a horror thing doesn't scream to me like I'm trying to make a superhero movie. It seems like I'm just trying to show how I can show off how alive this universe is by having a horror theme thing with a DC character, I should say. And I think that's more the goal rather than just like, where's our Thanos, where's our Kang, where's our Secret Wars? And we can have those things.
No, yeah,
but
that's not what people are like confused about. They don't care if they have a big bad. It's the fact that it's like you're using these characters from these other projects that they're going to want to see them cross over eventually. Clayface is a Batman villain. You do a Clayface film, they're going to want him and Batman to interact eventually.
Yeah, and I think, and like I said, we won't know because, like you said, we're so far away from even Superman, let alone everything else. I think the goal is just to have these movies exist, but if we need to cross them over, we can.
You think he just laying the groundwork? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Like in the old days of comics, like the Avengers never planned on teaming up. It was more like, we had a story here, we had a story there. Why don't we just put them together? That's kind of where I think their goal is less.
That wasn't what happened. James, Stanley just wanted a book where people can fight in it. So he just.
But it was because he had these books. He had all these different books that he could.
I know what you mean. I just thought it was funny. That was your example.
Yeah, but yeah, just to have the window open so later down the line we can have the crossovers. But they're not really our goal. We just will get to them when the time is right. So I think that's really the goal personally. But who knows?
No, I understand. I kind of agree. I just wish for some of the stuff we got to. I wish some of the stuff he already promised was still ahead of this. In that sense, like the Authority was going to be a big deal. Yeah. Gay superheroes, some of the most well known of all time. That would have been a big deal, and that's probably I probably would have focused that in the sense of if you don't have the story for it, then fine. You know what I mean? Obviously, don't force anything. But some movies I feel like would have been more, or series would have been more prioritized in my opinion than some of the stuff. How do we still have 2 untitled projects in your main slate before the stuff you actually titled and started working on?
Well, I guess they just came up to James Gunn and said, "Hey, this is a Batman property we want to work on. It's guaranteed to make money or some use." Yeah.
Like, other than the only other project I'm iffy about is like Waller. Amanda Waller doesn't need the series.
I think God just really likes that Suicide's part of the universe. I guess the only reason he keep getting.
No, I would just she's already a person. I would just make her actually a part of like Peacemaker Season 2, or make the Suicide Squad a TV show at this point. So you already did the creature version of it. You might as well just keep going with the idea if you love doing this type of team. But like the idea, Amanda Waller on TV after all this is just insane to me. She's still gonna be around.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna be like, we gotta let this lady go. She has to die. One person. Dynamic duo I'm iffy about because we do know a little bit about this one. For some reason, Jake, instead of when Nightwing's parents get killed, well, they fall to their death. They don't get murdered. In most continuities, it might happen here. I don't know. But they fall to them death in a trapeze situation. Apparently, instead of being picked up by Batman, he's gonna run into Jason. And they just gonna both be living on the street. Even though Jason's parents are alive, Jason was on the street as a hobby. It wasn't a thing he was doing. He wasn't homeless. That wasn't what it was. But apparently, two are just gonna be living on the street, and they're gonna be called the dynamic duo because they're out here stealing stuff. And apparently, one's just gonna be nicknamed Robin, and then the one's gonna take it on too. For some reason, that's what we know about that film.
It's one of those projects where I kind of need to see you pitch a trailer to me. It's also because like we're as like comic fans we're so married to the idea of what Robin is, and I know they're only doing this mainly so we can see other Robins because, like I said it before, I don't think they're gonna run through the Robin gauntlet in their main Batman. So I think they're gonna be like, oh, Batman has like 16 Robins, and this is it's just like Dave is like the next one. So I think that's just like a sell. They don't want to have to sell that to consumers. So I suspect they're just trying to find a way to make this work without Batman, so we can still have that, and we don't have we don't have three Batmans at once. But it's one of those ideas like we're just gonna wait and see. So
No, I agree. It's just weird that it's confirmed to come out way before the Batman with Damian.
Right. What she says.
So it's like Batman's already been around. He's running around with this Robin. But in the same universe, apparently around the same time, Dick Grayson and them are also young and running in the streets. You going by Robin? Because to be fair, like he said, they can still end up being outside of continuity. They haven't decided yet. They haven't decided if it's animation or not. They're going back and forth on that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be best to make it an Elseworld animation story, in my opinion. If you're already going to start with Damian, changing their favorite characters, like changing the Robin that people like in other things, instead of just like, oh yeah, Dick Grayson's already Nightwing. Red Hood's probably already around because it's Batman old as shit for some reason.
This is where you gotta be careful about making any references to any other DC movies or shows down the line,
So
like,
it's fine to say, oh, we're not going to be as connected as MCU, but you're still connected one way or another.
Yeah.
So you still got to be careful on how you're doing it if you don't want to interlock everything. That's all I'm asking.
Hey, it's like the Blue Beetle situation, right? That was able to sneak its way into discontinuity because Blue Beetle's movie didn't really mention any of the events of Snyder's universe,
Well, that's not in there. The Blue Beetle they're talking about is going to be a TV show for Ted Kors, a cartoon for Ted Kors.
Oh, I thought that was going to be what's his name, Jaime.
No. They couldn't decide if they were going to make it canon, and they haven't made a decision on it yet. The only thing confirmed for Blue Beetle is the Ted Kors animated film that will go in tandem with the Blue Beetle series, because they're tag team.
Okay.
Tony we got says Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland's agent on the phone as we speak.
The fuck did you say?
What?
Well, if it's voice acting, I wouldn't mind them doing Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, to be honest, as a voice acting animation thing. But if you want them to play them, no. Get out of here.
Gotcha. But anyway.
Nightwing has to date a 6'8" female. He can't be 5'7", all right?
Isn't Starfire taller than... Oh, you said... Wait, who are we
She's
talking
6'8".
Oh, I thought... Yeah, Starfire's taller than Dick Grayson, though, isn't she?
I know. So I want to at least be 6 feet. I don't want him to be 5'7".
You don't
This man gonna come up to under her boobs at that point.
That's a short king, bro. That's a short king, bro.
He's gonna... When he look up at her, he's not going to see her face.
I think that's okay with
them. Gotcha. But
all right, we can go on to the next one.
All right. With our audience.
Wait. What is Paradise Lost again? Does anyone remember? Is that Wonder Woman thing?
Yeah.
I think it's probably Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think it's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Wonder Woman related. So
I expect Wonder Woman show to get canceled immediately. I nothing against her, bro. It's just like I lost any faith that she's getting.
No, I'm saying, man. Wonder Woman was actually a hit. Y'all pushed that series back too.
Wonder Woman ain't getting no show.
I'm surprised we don't have Martian Manhunter up here. You did Green Lanterns. Mark Vanner never had a
Mhm.
film. I'll be one of the first films I did too.
Gotcha.
But
But all right, let's move on to the next one, audience, and I'll call this one.
Just-
Ryan Reynolds talks about his post Deadpool 3 status in the MCU. So yeah, we ain't gonna be getting a Deadpool 4 anytime soon, audience, based on what Ryan Reynolds said. But he's happy to just be kind of like you know, a not a background character, but just a not a main. How do you say it? He's okay with just
I've
being a.
decided that we're gonna do this topic where he's saying, "Oh, I don't want it. I'm not gonna do my own movie, but I'll show up at the second banana to other people. Like if Gambit get a film,
Yeah,
I'll be in that. That's the only way he can get a film." This is like third
he'll be
time he done said
popping
that.
up. He'll be popping up in other people's movies. Which
which
okay,
is
yeah,
the smart decision. I think just to again like we saw him in his own movie that takes place in the MCU
yeah.
continuity, but we haven't really seen him be in the MCU continuity. So I think just having him be side characters as a side
We
character.
saw him talk to Happy Hogan. That's as much of the MCU he needs to be in. All right.
Yeah, but
I
I
want to
think
see him. Mhm.
the risk with Deadpool is that, and it could work. It's not saying that it can't work. It's like he is as a character is so far removed from what everyone is in this universe.
Yeah,
That I think it's best to have him as a side character, just to give the writers time to figure out like how the interactions would work.
yeah.
Who takes precedent? Does his fourth wall breaking still take precedent, or are we toning that down when he's in the crossover? What
Okay,
kind of
keep
things?
keep keep in mind when it comes to this fourth wall breaking stuff, he's aware of like that he's in a movie and this and that, but he doesn't exactly have powers to change or alter anything storyline wise.
Because he's weaker than She-Hulk, yes.
No. He means like, well, how often does it happens? Will it like still be as often in the film where he breaks the
Mhm,
fourth wall if he's someone in someone else thing, or
mhm.
is he gonna do it like once a film or so?
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
And because while Deadpool 3 does have drama in it, and it is capable of having emotions, it is kind of like it's kind of like how's that going to coincide? Like if we did Spider-Man No Way Home and put Deadpool in it, how much does Deadpool detract, or can he add, or can he keep it the same? You know what I mean? That's kind of where
I would say that'll do nothing but add because there are a lot of Spidey Pool fans out there. Let's keep that in mind.
yeah, but I mean, like
Yeah, but
when
you like this
when
character to a excessive amount. It will only add you no matter what happens.
right,
Well, no, I'm not talking about like going that deep into the relationship. I'm just talking about like they want to see those two interact like Deadpool interacted with Wolverine.
yeah, I mean, no, but I'm saying like if we have the moment where like I mean, like if we have a moment as intense as like Aunt May dying again,
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
not saying Deadpool can't do it, but it does make me wonder like how does that work writing wise? Like, you know what I mean?
hmm
Can we do that, or does that
yeah,
work?
you
Like,
could do drama, you could do heartbreaking scenes. I mean, look what happened in Deadpool 2 when his girlfriend died. Yeah, he
right?
went through a whole depressing era montage.
Yeah, that was a yeah. I guess my point being is that until Deadpool gets his feet wet in this universe and the writing style, I'm okay with
Mhm,
him being a side character.
mhm.
And also for Ryan Reynolds' standpoint, it's better this way too because he doesn't have to worry about ruining his legacy with
Yeah.
three
The-
films and two people really liked. Like two of them people really liked. The second one, I know people were kind of like, eh, but you know,
And, I mean, yeah, like he definitely wanted to take his time with Deadpool 3 and make it the success it ended up being. Like he even stated like he didn't want Deadpool 3 to be like a commercial for other movies or projects down the line. He wanted to make it have a beginning, a middle, and an end, which worked out for the best for that
As
film.
he pushed for a Gambit film.
Yes, yes. He made a name for himself, Austin. So yeah. Um, as far as the possibilities of Deadpool 4, audience, we're getting a Deadpool 4 some point down the line. Come on. It made money. I'm sure Ryan Reynolds wants a bit more zeros into his check for that and this and that. And you could take your time with it. I mean, how long was it between Deadpool 2 and 3 for us to get the third movie? Jeez, what was it? 5 years at least, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty
but
sure.
There's a lot more. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah,
I think
5
Deadpool 2
years.
was 2018.
Yep. There you go. See. So yeah. Hey, the wait will be well worth it, audience. So yeah. All right then. Any final thoughts before we move on?
No.
Gotcha. All right. With that, let's move on to the next topic, audience. Which do you want to announce this one?
Tangled movie.
I think I'm the only Tangle fan here. I'll talk about it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, they it's weird after all the controversies, all the failings of their live action. Besides besides the Little Mermaid at this point, that they're still trying to push this and do this as like their main thing.
That's ironic that that Little Mermaid ended up being the less controversial one out of the bunch.
But it's a better written story than the original. I honestly, I think it's a writing step, but it's better written.
Okay, but yeah, Tangled is the next in line, audience, to get a live action treatment. Are you all excited? I don't know.
If
I
they
got
were
none.
doing the Tangled like TV show, then sure. Because the TV show is the follow up of the movie and is really good too. I like taking that in live action or mixing that would be fine. But just getting more of the same, but with different actors, is going to be boring.
The Disney, to also point earlier, the Disney movies might not be critically successful, but like box office wise, they make money. So I mean, that's what the only reason they seem to make it. Lion King made 1.66 billion on a budget of 260 million. Beauty and the Beast 26 billion on a budget of 160 million. Just randomly going through I'm trying to find one that's like controversial. Aladdin 1.05 billion on a budget of 183 million. So these movies make money.
Question, Jake. What was the overall box office for Little Mermaid? Because I heard that didn't make much money. Did it?
Give me a second. I'll look into it. Box office budget. The budget is like if I'm reading this correctly, the budget is like 250 million. Box office made 569 million globally, so it made less, I think, than the other ones I listed.
So it just made it.
If money makes stuff a success, the Sonyverse will still be a thing, though.
Controversy isn't a thing if it's making money. Controversy is a problem if like it's affecting you negatively, but it's not.
No, I think controversy. I think if it's making money, it makes it a success. Then the Sonyverse will still be alive. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I think that's what I'm saying. But I said the same thing during the Crayer review. I don't understand why. I thought they were doing their job. I don't know why they cared. But apparently, whatever Sony's bottom line is, I don't think Disney cares as much. So,
Disney.
I like how they're still avoiding doing Princess and a Frog. And look, it's crazy. It's crazy to me that they're gonna. We already know they're probably gonna make Tangle African American or some type of other race instead of just doing Princess and the Frog with an actual princess who is already what they want.
I think it's just because most of the movie she's gonna be a damn frog. And that was the only problem.
It's either that,
but like that's the only one. This is what you want. If everyone changed the race from white woman to anything else, this one is naturally something else.
I guess they just want that controversy and that commotion online, about a race swap character,
I don't know what they want. I just know that as long as they're making money, Disney doesn't seem to care. If I had to guess, if I go back to Sony, I think it's just diminishing returns, and the only brand they knew they had a bag in was Venom. So I don't even think I think that might have been why they quit. But I just thought they didn't care. I thought it was just a money laundering thing. I didn't, whatever. But like I said, these movies make money.
All I want to do is when Snow White come out, I want to see Disney be like, yeah, Snow White was a success because it made money.
That's gonna be their first ever box office failure. I guarantee you that, man.
I want to see them say it to my face.
And I want Disney to go out and say that, oh, this is all because of because of the race swap of Snow White. Yeah, that was the only reason why this
Like,
movie bombed.
also,
The last
no. Also,
real
they're gonna start taking the love stories out of these films. Then
Oh
Flynn Rider
wow.
has like no reason to be here. They did all that to Snow White before the controversy. Imagine what they're gonna do to this film. The love story, this guy
Mm,
showing up to save her and then not saving her, like the whole retrieval leaves their house. So they're probably gonna change her whole
wow.
motivation to leave
I
and all
never
like
even
all this
thought of
crazy
that.
stuff. Like I don't want to see that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I'm looking at like they consistently make $1 billion. I think the only one that broke that was like Little Mermaid. Honestly, these
no.
movies consistently make money. I don't know what that make a shit ton of money. I think it's just a matter of the case. Like, people I think forgot as the internet got bigger. I think it's just like we could play it online, but that doesn't translate to the real world necessarily all the time. It's no secret. No, everyone online hates these movies. I don't really care because I wasn't really that into Disney movies. But when it translates to the real
There's a
world,
lot of people that don't see him, didn't really like him. Just you already paid to see him, though. It doesn't really matter.
yeah, but you would think like, but it seems like I don't think it's the parents. I think it's just the kids who don't care about.
No, that's what I'm saying. But people actually can form an opinion, don't like him. But their kids are like, "Oh, it's Lion King. I want to see the lion." We'll be like, "Sure, I'll go see you there to shut up for 2 hours."
Yeah, and I think there's really nothing you can really do about that. And so the kids or whoever the audience is, I'm going to assume it's mostly kids until I'm told otherwise. These movies are going to stop anytime soon. So the best thing the internet could do, I guess, is just kind of just roll with it. Hey, your favorite movie's still on Disney Plus. Unlike video games, these movies don't go away with remasters. So go enjoy those. And if you don't like the live actions, don't watch them. So I don't know what else. There's nothing else.
Yeah, but the same thing like what happened with anime though. Yeah, because you be like, oh, well, you still have the original. You can still see it. If I go try to talk to people about it, or be like, oh yeah, man, I used to love this thing. It's like, oh yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't watch that now. We don't even know what that is. We talk about this bullshit that's actively worse. The Lion King. You talking about the Beyonce movie? Yeah. What's Be Prepared? Like, nigga, watch the animated film.
But
What do you mean? What is Be
grow up?
Prepared? It's the greatest song in the franchise.
Oh, you know what's another example why adding on to that too. Another example of like how Disney can just get away with stuff because their audience is kids is Moana 2. And I swear every person who was a fan of Moana that was like a teenager or like older watched the first one.
Yeah,
They loved it.
it's terrible. It's
Right, but
terrible.
but it's made a lot of money just because kids love seeing it.
Yeah.
And even at my job,
It was a Disney Plus show that they just throw together to make it into a film. And guess what? And like next year, you got Moana the live action, which is going to make the same amount of money.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But and that's to your point of the detriment of it. I don't think it. I don't know if it's. Well, I don't know. I can't speak to your experience. I can only speak to mine. I don't know if people because I speak to. I guess even when I talk to these movies about, they already know these movies, but I'm not, in those circles of people who are like, fans. So I can't really speak to that.
Let me phrase it in a different way. It's like this stuff should be used to get more people into the franchises. But all it really does, because the new quality of stuff is, in my opinion, never usually as good, especially live action stuff by Little Mermaid. Yeah, a cash grab is just to bias the fan base once people actually start talking about it. Because they will talk about two different versions, and it just always end up being fighting or comparison about whatever it is. It's like being a fan of current Star Wars, and then people bring up the prequels. Like, yeah, I hate the prequels. Oh no, I hate the new Star Wars. Like, I hate whatever movie called. I don't even remember. That's how bad it is. I don't care. I don't remember Star Wars called. The Last Stand.
I feel like we should bring Tumblr era Disney back. I need all of that. I need that back. Okay.
Yeah, which understands my point about all this.
Tony Lolliot wants to make a PSA. Jeff the Shark is an O-Block demon. He plays Marvel Rivals. That's where that's from. But yeah, like I said, until these kids grow up, and they never will, you will be getting these.
As they grow up and be like, oh yeah, my favorite Lion King will all be live action. That is the greatest film of all time.
Yes. So Disney found a
these Tom McGuire Disney fans is what you're telling me they're going to be.
Disney found a formula that works, and And honestly, like I said, I like Little Mermaid, so if I mean, the problem is Tangled's actually like a good story from my understanding, so there's not really much you can improve. I
Yeah.
think with Little Mermaid, it was like so egregiously like, okay, there's like some clear problem with it, but I don't know. But to be fair, positives, Tangled does have a TV show, and that came after the movie, so they can incorporate some of those elements in this movie as opposed to doing a straight up remake.
They didn't even want to properly set up Lion King 2 and Lion King 1. I don't want to hear it.
Well, yes, but I'm saying that there is opportunities that could be made to set up events in the TV show, because if they like franchising, you can do that. So, that is what it is.
I don't trust these people.
But, yeah, so, Tangled.
Yay. So.
Bring Tumblr era Disney back. I miss it.
Gotcha. But anyway, I guess with that, you guys will move on?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. I didn't realize, bro, the horse is going to be terrifying in this film.
The
horse is a whole character that doesn't talk, bro. I feel like they're going to set up somehow.
Hey, if they can make Stitch work, I'm sure they could do wonders on the horse. So
yeah, but Stitch still makes sound. Stitch has Stitch can still talk and has like a full on thing. This horse is just an asshole, and I don't want him to be changed. He's literally just an asshole the whole film. And it's the greatest part of that movie. He's just so mean to Flynn Rider.
Gotcha. But all right then, let's move on to the next topic, audience. Okay.
Look
the leader.
I did that intentionally. Yes, that was for me.
Okay. But yeah, audience, the leader will use practical makeup for his head instead of CGI. Okay. So
I feel like it's wrong to use someone's cosplay that they worked really hard on for this.
I was trying to find something that was like this, but I wasn't sure. But I put it in there. But if you guys don't want it for future references, I understand. I won't do it again.
No offense to this creator. This is a good fan art. I mean, it's good cosplay. But his head looks more like the remember the Mars Attack? You ever seen that film?
Yes.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. Looks like Mars Attacks.
But which I do understand what you're saying, though. I won't do it again. I just want to.
Gotcha. But it's just giving us ideas of what we could expect. But yeah, audience, I know we've all Marvel has gotten its fair share of criticism over its over reliance on CGI and bad special effects, this and that. Well, here you go. They're going practical with the leader, and I kind of like what the actor had to say, right? He likes this approach better because he kind of wants to have to feel the weight of a giant head during all his scenes.
You want to break his leg, bro.
I guess, but hey, that's something the leader himself will have to tangle with. Having an outrageously big head and skull like that. So he wants to feel that the same way his character would have to be feeling, instead of having to act all his scenes with polka dots all over his face, So good on them.
At least it's not a mortal Hulk version of the leader.
Okay. I don't know what that version was, but enlighten us.
I got you. I'm about to scar you for life.
Oh God. Okay, so yeah, audience. I would love to see how certain people online would want to bash this visual depiction of a leader now. They're not going to go the MODOK route.
We haven't seen the design yet. I'm sure they'll think of something.
I'm already bracing for the countless thumbnail images that will be made with this version of the leader, and how people will be saying, "Oh, this is the end of the MCU. Look how far it's fallen." This and that. How do you expect the leader to look like, audience? I just really want to know.
No, I hate that argument because that argument's dumb. It's the same people who use the argument for Craven with the Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Just put the guy in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect the guy who the Rhino look like? I expect him to look like the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think he's more saying that, even in the comic book, the leader doesn't. I mean, like he looks dumb, and we're just being frank. I mean, like we accept it because
Yeah.
he's a comic book, but he looks dumb. I think he's more.
Shut up, no. I agree with that, but it's like I know I understand what he's saying, but I just mean people be using the argument for Craven and the Rhino. It's like that's not a good based argument. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Rhino actually looks cool. Okay, we have standards for him. Okay,
Yeah.
he looks like a guy.
All I know is they tried giving Rhino the mechanical treatment, and then they tried giving Rhino the biological treatment, and both ended up failing. So Rhino is just
to
one
be
of the
fair, they
characters
should have just took the Spider-Man 2 design for
Mhm.
Rhino. Spider-Man 2 the game? Was Spider-Man 1 the game?
Oh, okay.
PS4?
Damn, I forgot all about that version.
I thought you
But
meant the OG.
That's the best mechanical suit you're gonna get. And it's a man in a suit, but you also get the metal stuff that people love. Directors like, and it worked out fine.
Yeah, it's
Tony, I mean, damn. I'm telling you, it's been a call with Tony. Look at this. Go to our thing. Look at that.
Oh, good lord. If you want, I could bring that up here on the channel.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What's funny? That's not even the worst picture of him in that book.
God dang it.
That's the final boss for Captain
I did
America.
that. I spared you with that.
The final boss for Captain
I'm gonna see you one more picture. But this is the cover thumbnail thing. This one isn't nearly as bad, but this is what people were thinking the first time they thought about the leader in this film.
Oh wow. Let me just upload
yeah,
here.
Captain America 4. It looks like a good trailer. It looks like a good movie. So I don't know. I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah, we got the special look. You get to see the outline of the leader.
Do you think he would let me paint his forehead, his giant tin head?
Nah. He won't even let us play tic-tac-toe.
There's the leader audience. Oh.
What if I asked him really nicely? If I was like, hey, would you let me paint your head? I promise I'll do pretty designs and not draw a dick on there. I'll put pretty flowers there.
This is the same book that revealed that Samuel Stearns and Bruce Banner were related, like down early in their life. Like I want to say like Revolutionary War times. Their family was the same.
Oh
but
wow!
This is the leader in hell.
All right, because I forgot he made
all the green doors and all that stuff. It's a whole story arc thing. But this is what the leader could have looked like this for all you people there. And you'll complain about that.
Yeah, because I forgot at the end of his Thunderbolts run, he got screwed over by Mephisto and got sent to hell or something like that. Yeah. So.
Yep, and he was controlling the green doors that were bringing the Hulk and all them people back to life. And all this crazy stuff. But all that was because of him. That was all his plan. So you could have had this monstrosity, and y'all complaining about a guy with a big head.
Yep. But yeah.
I was like, actually, that's my favorite design of the leader.
Dude, I've seen people who made countless videos on how much they hated PS4 Avengers, right? But then after MODOK came out and they bashed that design, they're now all of a sudden going to the PS4 Avengers game and pointing at that version of MODOK, saying, "Now that was amazing." I'm like, what?
To be fair, everyone I knew who played that game design liked that MODOK design. It just wasn't a faithful MODOK design. You don't look at the comic book and design, and then look at that design and be like, "Oh, that's great." But compared to what we got in the movie, it's like, "Oh, they should have did this, and we're going to go with the more realistic route." I can agree with that criticism.
Gotcha. But all right then.
I think MODOK would have been fine. They just didn't make him bald in that movie. I'm not gonna lie. I think him being bald and smooth all the way around, like a weird egg thing, would mess up the design. If he had hair, it wouldn't look that much better, but it would at least look better.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Or just kept the mask on and kept him as a robot, like people thought he was before the movie came out.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a little nod to his actual look in the comics, I recall. So
I did like that it was Derek from the first movie. I thought that was a good choice.
that was a fun reveal.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
But all right then. I guess with that audience, let's move on to the next topic. And I got this one yet again. Creature Commando, episode number 3, audience. Wow, what a fun episode this was. Now,
You're about to say
I see what.
emotional. No, you didn't cry, Cryptid.
Hey, there was an emotional moment towards the end, but I'll get more into that when we get there. So, yeah, audience, I see what James Gunn is doing, right? In the last episode, you got to see Frankenstein's bride, her origin, her background, how she got to this point. Now, this episode is about like GI Robot's background and his history, you know? So basically, you can already imagine like he was in World War II, right? He was literally designed with the one mission of just killing Nazis. That was it. Like,
Yeah, kill the Nazis.
yeah,
Fuck them.
I know, right? And you see him like, he's forming a bit of a brotherhood ship with like his fellow comrades in the military too. Like even some of the guys here are like saying, we don't care if this guy's made of metal. As far as we're concerned, he's a brother to us, you know? It was like such sweet moments, sweet memories. But then you gotta remember, eventually the war ends, you know? So now you got to see GI Robot's life post World War II, and it's just kind of sad because like his whole purpose is just killing Nazis, so he doesn't really have any more Nazis to kill anymore, you
I
know?
mean, you can still go find Nazis. There's Nazis everywhere.
but it's not an
Yeah,
abundance. Okay, it's not like the sale they used to have. The bargain
yeah.
sale.
Like I mean, even the government is like, oh wow, I guess we really didn't think post World War II what we're going to do with this robot. They tried putting him like on this one talk show with this one guy, right? You know, he brings out GI robot in front of the audience, saying that like he killed over 1,000 Nazis, this and that, you know. And GI robot's like saying, wait, have you checked everybody's identification and history? Are you sure there are no Nazis in this room? And they're like, no, there are no Nazis here. That's exactly what a Nazi would say. Like, whoa.
So that's where that meme comes from.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just funny, but it's also kind of sad because you also see that like the military is like, well, let's just take whatever information we can of this robot and try making better robots down the line, you know?
Like
Um,
Red Tornado.
yeah, I think that might even be a nod because you see this one scientist trying to analyze GI robot, and you see a schematic for this new upgraded version of GI robots. You know, and even the scientist kind of has a little bit of pity for GI robot because he's like saying, "Is there really anything else you want in life besides just killing Nazis?" And then he just thinks back to like his time. He just wants to kind of also reunite with his fellow comrades in World War II, you know, his buddies, his warbound, you know. He wants to reunite with them and kill Nazis with them as well, you know. So
Yeah, kill them
for
Nazis.
for old for old time's sakes, you know. And that eventually brings them up to the point where, after the military already took whatever information they can from his body ended up finding its way into what you call one of those military surplus stores or one of those museums where they sell military antiques or whatever. One
One
guy
half
ends
of the
up
John
buying,
Hammond.
yeah, something like that. So one guy ends up buying him. He's a fat guy who apparently collects a lot of World War II memorabilia. At first I was kind of like a little bit weirded out, like, okay, what exactly do you have planned to do with GI Robot's body? Like, he's alone. He has a house full of cats, and he's very excited to bring GI Robot back to his room with him. Like, oh, okay, this is getting a little weird. But luckily, he doesn't do anything. He just ends up helping GI Robot to turn back on. You know, They watch old war movies together. They bond, this and that, and now that guy's comfortable enough to bring him into this meeting he wanted him to join, which ended up being a neo-Nazi rally.
Did he kill
Okay,
them all?
That doesn't sound
yeah,
like good, right? You saw the guy with the idiot.
yeah. That's the one hiccup I gotta bring up. Like, dude, you're into World War II stuff. You know who GI Robot is. He has made appearances in TV shows in the past. Like, what made you think it
And
was a
there's
good
no way
idea to
while you're
bring him?
watching these World War II films, he's not saying, "Oh yeah, man, I miss killing Nazis and stuff," based on how often he says it now.
Yeah, yeah. So that was like a little bit dumb writing, unless they state that that guy was an undercover guy who was just there to like infiltrate the neo-Nazi group and have GI Robot kill them all. But GI Robot, as soon as he saw that swastika on stage, he immediately kills everybody, starting with his friend who brought him back to life. Get ready to die, Nazi! And he kills them all in like the most brutal fashion possible with his rifles and all that stuff. Very graphic, very gory, and unfortunately, after that, he ends up going to jail because, like, yeah, he did go on the
They took a robot
manslaughter.
to jail.
But he's a
Yeah,
robot.
he's an
And you
AI.
don't
He's an
just turn
artificial
this
intelligence.
thing off and go to back home.
Well, I know Amanda Waller brings it up, but he isn't really human. So what laws does he
No,
have to follow?
But he was
actually,
like, you can make the case that he was built for one thing and one thing only. Literally.
yeah.
Yeah, he does the job he was built for. That's not a crime.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even in the court system, when he was on trial, right, the judges even literally brings up that yes, we are using the term man for this robot because he does fit the definition of a man, or
That
at that
feels like
time
a
period.
Supreme Court case.
Jake,
I don't
Jake,
know.
look up the Jake, look up the definition. Look up the definition of man right now, Jake.
Okay.
Hey, this is the definition of like from the 60s or 70s or whatever.
Look up the
So,
definitions of man. I guarantee you, those racist motherfuckers did not include robot in that definition.
okay,
Black
but
people were barely considered man, let alone a robot.
so yeah, they were stuck in a slump, but they ended up deciding that he has to go to jail, and all GI Robots like saying is like, I just wanted to kill Nazis. That's all I wanted to do. And you see him like he goes into his jail cell in his prison uniform, and he's just sitting on his bed, and he doesn't move. He just waits. You see the days pass by as cobwebs form around him, and you're like, oh my god, I feel kind of really sorry for him, man. He really has no purpose in life anymore. So, he just basically waits there until Amanda Waller recruits him, saying, "Hey, I'll find Nazis for you to kill." So, yeah, that's the origin of GI Robot. So we're going back to the actual episode at hand, right? It picks up from where the last episode ended off, which was the bride and that chick who was supposed to be the creature from the Black Lagoon. And which I gotta say this, your monster is pretty lame so far. You know?
Hey,
Yeah,
not
like
Well, to be fair, it was just always just a merman just looked
yeah,
scary.
yeah,
It
but
didn't have like special powers.
yeah, but she's literally she feels like a liability because like she can't live outside of water. She has to wear a water
Yeah,
suit. And
hey,
no,
they
I
yeah,
made
but
agree.
Monster High and no one seems to be complaining.
well,
No,
is that
I agree.
is that
That's why
character
I never really liked the creature of the Black Lagoon because
yeah,
they're like, well, move away from the lagoon, and then you win.
yeah, pretty much. But which to go on your point, right? Is that character going on death missions?
Yeah, even though he's a piece of shit, he
Okay.
he did
Okay.
like one.
High
I looked
school is a death mission cryptid. I'd like you to
No.
know that by now.
Human rights and legal recognition of what a human is really only pertains to the ability to be born human. You can't. There is no law saying that you have to
No,
first
no,
go
no.
through the stage of being a fetus to become considered a human under law. That's so he
What
can't
about
be.
being a man
I
specifically?
mean, it would be the same thing, but okay. It would be the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to read what
There you
Tony's
go.
saying.
They
Nazis.
lied to excessively lock up a robot instead of just turning him off like a good person.
Wow. Injustice in courts. We never seen that before, right? Okay, now I want to read what Tony's saying. Nazis are naturally dumb, and he also agrees with me. Pretty good episode. Yay, Tony! I knew we would agree on this. So cool.
You forgot the last thing he said.
Tony's a poser, right?
Oh, sorry.
That's me.
Okay, you do it. You do it. You do it. You do it.
Cersei is voiced by Yennefer from The Witcher show. Fun fact.
I don't watch The Witcher, so all right.
That would be me though, personally.
Gotcha. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, they free the bride who's taped up to the chair, while the chick from the creature from the Black Lagoon, right? She's literally been placed in the bathtub filled with water that has barbed wires over it, so she doesn't escape. And I'm like, wow, this
Cool.
And GI Robot has to come in and literally carry the bathtub of water with her because again, she can't survive without the water. So I'm like, okay, what good is she on this team, really? Come on.
She needs a comedy.
Why the Man of War is so bad at making Suicide Squads?
in her defense, most
of the teams die. They're just people. They're just throwing niggas at the wall to see what works.
Okay, J. Austin, we'll give you a list of prisoners at Arkham Asylum, and then you'll handpick each prisoner to join the next Suicide Squad.
Listen. In the Suicide Squad, the team with Peacemaker stuff would have been the first team, I said. Not the team with the weasel.
Okay, and keep in mind these have to be considered monsters, not legally termed human. So you know.
What? In the terms of monsters, they have
Amanda Waller stated.
Is it okay for them to be not from the United States?
Well, they brought in the bride, and she's from a foreign country, so yes, there are foreigners here.
She's lost.
Listen, I would have cooked. All right.
Okay.
Because the DC still has the rights to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That means that whole team is on the table.
Okay.
Actually, that's kind of crazy too, because even Amanda Waller putting this robot on the team, GI Robot or whatever his name is. Because he's not
by law, he is a man. This is illegal.
Right. So yeah, by law they already established.
Okay, bouncing between the the definition. I'll give you guys that. So
I'm just saying this is a Supreme Court case waiting to happen.
Okay, but anyway, so yeah, the team ends up realizing that this is all just a distraction. They just kept the two women hostage so that the team could come out and retrieve them, while the sons of Themyscira go and kidnap the princess, right? That the creature commandos are supposed to be protecting, right? Big fight it comes about, and like the team eventually does come in to join the fight. They're getting outgunned. They're getting bombarded with shots and explosives and gunfire. And GI Robot's like, Commander, are these people Nazis? Yes, they are. And I know, like GI Robot, because of the way his mouth is created, right? He doesn't do expressions that often, but you could just see like the joy in his face. Like, I've waited 73 years for this moment. So he literally starts going Hail Marys on all of them, shooting with his arms. Next thing you know, he finally gets off on killing Nazis. And it's not the definition you guys assume by me saying that, right?
Exactly the definition you think it is, audience.
No. What he ends up doing is he actually detaches himself from his waist, and apparently he got a cute couple upgrades because now he can hover above the castle as he's shooting Nazis and bringing out all the guns in his arms. And let me bring up the picture, right? The joy on his face. Look at that, audience. Oh, that's the face of a Nazi killer. That's the face of someone who is doing what they were born to do. You know.
Which is what we should all be doing, is killing
Hmm.
Nazis. But
Yeah.
with what the
I li-
government is like, we can't do that.
Gotcha. Let me read what Tony is saying. Do. I like Frank Grillo as Flag Senior. He's more laid back and chill than his son was. Yeah, I'll give you that, Tony. I'm starting to more and more warm up to Flag Senior. You know, so yeah. But this was just the time of his life, and I gotta say, James Gunn, he's a master when it comes to finding the perfect music to fit the tone of like a certain scene, right? Because the song that he was playing this uh in this killing spree from GI Robot is so great, which was also as great as the one from The Bride when you saw her like trying to escape the clutches of Frankenstein, right? But the first that was being sung by a Russian rock star, apparently. You know, have you ever been to an American wedding? Where's the vodka and the marinated herring? Such great lyrics. Here, audience, you gotta listen to this soundtrack when GI Robot's doing his killing spree. He's having the time of his life. He's killing Nazis. He's living the American dream, audience. Only for Cersei to come from behind and blow him up.
What the fuck?
I was like,
There's
oh man. What's more of an American dream than killing Nazis, audience? You tell me that. All right? All right?
Bonnie Oil.
GI Robot just loved the game. I respect it. Yes, me too, man. And even when that creature from the Black Lagoon chick, right? She finds what's left of GI Robot's head, and she's like crying because she lost her friend, right? And GI
It's
Robot's
been
like
three
saying,
episodes.
yeah, but they found, she doesn't have many friends, okay? Like, and she found that GI Robot is the most compassionate one, ironically, amongst the rest of the team. You know, she's not used to seeing people get killed. She's a young kid in
This
the
is the
group, you
epitome
know.
of that guy talking about, yeah, the Suicide Squad, they're my family, and blowing them up in the same film when he just missed.
And, no, and keep in wait. In her defense, Austin, she's the youngest of the team. She's pretty much a kid of the group. You know, she's not used to seeing all this slaughtering and mayhem. You know, and she
I let
probably
it
saw
slide.
that. Yeah, but she saw GI Robot as the most like the most calming of the group. You know, so yeah, it was definitely sad to see his severed head there. But GI Robot's like looking at her saying, "Nina, oh my God, this was so great. We got to fight Nazis together. Oh my God!" Even when GI Robot's dying, all he could think about was how great it was that they got to kill Nazis. This wasn't a bad day. This was a great day, Nina. I'm so happy. And then he dies. Like, oh man, that was sad. But then, of course, going back to the main episode, yeah, Cersei tries coming in to kidnap the princess, and yes, she does get a couple of good slashes from Weasel. I'll bring that up, Austin. All right. um,
It's not a couple of good snatches. She was going to die to this thing. Like, legit was going to get murdered by Weasel. The Wonder Woman villain. The strongest, greatest Wonder Woman
oh,
villain that she has.
what? Oh, wait. Who's one of Wonder Woman's most notable bad guys? A cheetah, Austin?
You said
No.
you said
Cheetah is her, no.
you
Cheetah
said
is like
you
her
said
rival.
right,
Cersei is
Yeah.
her Joker.
right.
Wow. Okay, but if it makes you feel better, she didn't die. I mean, for God's sakes, even the what's his name? That one fire guy in this group, Doctor Phosphorus. I guess I think that's his name, right? He
That's
comes in and
also a Wonder Woman villain.
really. Oh, okay, well, apparently.
Yeah.
Woman cleaning up her streets. Wait, where Wonder Woman at? Where should I clean up her
Okay,
streets?
okay,
That's
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what people kept messaging me, and it's like, what did James Gunn have against Wonder Woman? Why is her villain so ass? You're if he's losing and getting cut up by Weasel, Wonder Woman punching this woman should knock her head off, like just straight up kill her.
Dude, Dr. Phosphorus literally put his molten hand on Cersei's face and she still lived. So come on, cut her some slack, man.
If
Cut her
getting
some
cut
slack.
by a Weasel with normal human durability with claws hurts her, one with her sword is cutting all the way through her body. Okay,
Hey, she had a
This
she
is
had a
one
full.
with Superman-like strength and a blade that can cut through
Hey,
atoms.
hey, Austin. In the last episode, she was full on having like a Superman Zod sort of fight with the Bride, where they were brawling like.
That just makes it worse that she was getting cut up by the Weasel. That doesn't make it better.
Crypto, let me put it to you like this: if this was Joker, it would have taken the whole team, the whole season to beat him. Okay, and he's just a normal guy because this is a Wonder Woman villain.
Because it's the Batman villain, they got to show respect.
Right. whoa, wait. The Suicide Squad creature commanders can't just beat Joker. Okay, he's the Joker. Okay, he's Batman's nemesis. All of a sudden,
yeah, they're gonna try to grab him. He gonna get beat up. He gonna hit him with Joker gas. They'll start fighting each other. He's gonna leave.
Is okay. Tony's saying, is Dr. Phosphorus and Blight from Batman Beyond the same character? Okay, yes, I'm glad you brought up Blight because Phosphorus does look like him design wise. Yeah, so but going back to that point of Cersei. Okay,
Batman Beyond characters were all just meant to be future references to characters in current time when they made that cartoon. So you're gonna probably see similarity between them and a lot of people in modern day DC, to be honest.
Gotcha. Okay, but going back to Cersei. Okay, keep in mind, guys, she didn't die in this fight. No, like she literally just comes up after having her face, like taken over by Dr. Phosphorus's molten hand. Right? She's like saying, "You fools! You doomed the world!" Like, oh, okay, so something else is going on in this that we aren't aware of. So we'll learn that out. We'll figure that out in the next episode. But she didn't die, all right, audience. All right.
It still gets embarrassing, bro. Can you imagine? It like that was like Lex Luthor. It's like he had his Lex Luthor. Look, she doesn't get like buffs and stuff. Okay, this is the equivalent of Lex Luthor, his Superman suit, losing to like Robin. They're like, hey, hold on now. I can fight Superman like this. Why are y'all beating me so easily? It's all I'm asking.
Well, I would like to hold judgment until we see the Weasel's backstory. Like, we don't know much about his power sets. Did it ever occur to you guys about that?
The first thing I looked up when I looked up this series, the first comment I see, the most embarrassing moment for a Wonder Woman villain. Creature Commandos, there's number 3.
Hey, let's wait until we see Weasel's backstory. I mean, heck, they even keep bringing up like he has a record for killing like about 36 children. But the more you see the series going on, you're like questioning yourself. Wait, did he really kill children? Now you're starting to question yourself, really. So
just that backstory of like, that he should be able to fight God level people.
Yeah, or they could say like his claws are actually magical and could pierce through mysticism or whatever, So
that changed from the comics, I guess.
Gotcha. But been liking this series so far. It's bringing a lot of James Gunn tropes. I would say doing it fun, giving you an entertainment dose of James Gunn, audience. With the music choices, this and that, and the montages between the backgrounds of all these characters, like, hey, give it a try, audience. All right, I didn't give much hope for this series when it was first announced, but gave the first 2 episodes a try and been enjoying it so far. So all right.
If you're a Wonder Woman fan, I'm sorry. This is another scene of her Rose Gallery showing up in another book or a movie, or even their own movie, and getting disrespected. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It happens so often. The least respected character of the big three, and she's the biggest female hero of all time.
Hey, tell you what, Austin, when they make the Wonder Woman show, man, you could wait as long as you want for that. But when they make that, they can do whatever they want with their villains. All right, how about that?
I'm just
But
saying.
that's what I'm not gonna care. They keep showing up and losing everywhere else before they still comes out.
I'm just saying Wonder Woman is the big three, but she's not in the big three, if you know what I mean. Right?
Yeah.
Misogyny,
It's
am I
the
right?
Trinity, but she makes sure it's the Trinity, but she makes sure to stand right behind Batman, right?
Yeah, it's Batman, Superman, in the far distance, Wonder Woman, and we put CW Flash in there because he's more well known. So we like pick his head in there. Just put him there. So,
All right. I can't believe you guys looked so down on an episode about killing Nazis. Look what I'm with, audience.
I'm not looking down on this episode. It's just a trend I hope James Gunn doesn't keep going forward. Is all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
But
But all right,
doesn't get enough respect already, and her Joker just got beat by the Weasel. All right.
And Phosphorus, a molten lava guy, Austin. I like how you keep neglecting
Jake,
the little
I want
fact.
you to while we're on call, look up that scene where the Weasel just mauling her to death. It literally, she was going to die. Okay.
Okay.
I seen the scene. Go to the next topic. But Jake, I want you to look at that while we're here.
Gotcha. But alright then. We got a new comment. Comic Phanatic, did you see the YouTube channel that called Comics League saying that James Gunn disrespected Cersei? Yeah, we just had a big discussion about the treatment of Cersei here earlier, Hunter. So if you want, you could watch that whole segment later. So all right.
Woman fans are in shambles once again, thanks to the man and the patriarchy.
All right. Okay, but I guess with that, let's move on to the next one. This was a last minute addition, audience, but Austin, you talk about it.
The Superman poster, a trailer coming in Thursday. The reason I want to talk about this is because this is not only just because Superman, because this is one of the more unique posters we get. Other than Fantastic Four, we always get the most boring Fantastic Four. The last one just came the one upcoming that their last poster was good. But Marvel and DC are known for having bad posters. They might have one or two good every film, but it's usually kind of bad. Or they start doing that thing where it's like white background and it's like people's heads all over the screen in like an angle.
Oh, what was that, Witch?
I hate those type of posters. They're so unoriginal.
Poster is there's so many unoriginal posters. This poster is good. I wish it looked like more like he was actually flying and not a guy on his tippy toes looking up. But it's a good first poster. And I was just very impressed that they're actually trying. All right? Because even when I'm looking like James Gunn's other stuff, the Penguin poster, one of them is good. The other one is the floating head thing I just talked about. Guardians of the Galaxy. James Gunn movies don't always have the best poster. So having a good one out the gate is just impressive.
Ooh. Gotcha. But does this make you want to go watch the movie, Austin? Let me ask you that.
Yes. Look at the tagline. Just look up, bro. Look up.
Okay,
It's
what's the tagline?
It's a plane. It's Superman. It just says look up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly,
Superman's a bloodbath right now, bro. Look up.
You know what's crazy, Austin? You said that. I looked up. The ceiling was there. I was like, damn.
See, they wrote gullible on the ceiling.
Oh, you stole my looks.
Gotcha.
That's old school.
But
we're expected to get a trailer later this week, audience. So yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. I still think James Gunn's his ace in the hole is going to be. I'm going to make sure that this version of Superman will be the Superman everybody likes, or is as accurate.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to play Starman in the trailer, or is he going to save it for the film?
Well, he has to have.
People don't know. The last year there was a whole resurgence of the song Starman and Superman edit for months.
Well, he has to include some soundtrack in the background, and James Gunn is really good with that audience, So, all right. So, looks good. Can't really don't really have much thoughts on this because it's just one poster. So, you guys have any other thoughts before we move on?
Nah.
More
Okay.
posters like this, please. I don't want any bullshit posters. If he posts a poster where people are just looking in different directions with floating heads, or it's another ripoff of like the old Star Wars poster where someone got their arm something in the air and then making like a beam in the sky, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. I might not watch the film open. I'm that serious about this.
Gotcha.
Be on point, man. If there's a Wonder Woman villain in this trailer or in this movie, and she get disrespected like Cersei, look, I'll tell you right now, if this becomes a trend, I'm going to hate DCU off principle. I'm just going to hate for no reason. It can be a perfectly good film, and I'm going to be pissed off the whole review just to do so. You hear me? If Cheetah's in this film and it's like Superman like grab her by the tail and spin around, throw her off the planet, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, y'all, Senator, if you want to see Wonder Woman glorified, I recommend Justice League, Suicide Kills the Justice League game, then, Austin. Is that game more than glorified Wonder Woman?
I don't want to glorify, I don't want her to ask disrespect. Wonder Woman just doesn't get a lot of respect outside of comics. Even in comics, her shit don't sell as much as Batman, except for Absolute Wonder Woman. Or when there's controversy. So her villain's got to be degree to get that mystique back. If she really wants to be the world's greatest female hero, it got to feel like it, and it never really felt like it.
Gotcha.
I feel like people will name like 8 X-Men females over Wonder Woman.
Well, I mean, like you say, like, even though she just doesn't have that many popular villains. I mean, yeah, you can only barely think of like characters like Giganta or Cheetah.
Hold on. Just to be clear, the DCAU is the reason a lot of those Justice Leaguers are popular. If she had just gotten a cartoon show like Batman and Superman, like she should have, a lot of her villains would probably be mainstream right now. It's really just because she doesn't get an opportunity to. So I don't even think that's a villain's problem. I think that's just like she never gets a chance to shine problem. So
can you really call it a villain problem when the first time the major one shows up, she is beat by the weasel?
All I know is a furry character with claws is able to be a match for Wonder Woman. All right, so yeah. So all right, I guess with that.
Wait. How do you feel about Tigra?
Tigra? Oh, I don't know much about her other than she's a Wonder Woman villain who could fight her. Yeah.
I talk about the Avenger Tigra.
Oh, Tigra.
Not Cheetah from DC, you asshole.
It's hard to get okay, it can be confusing at times, all right? Two of the same characters, all right? Cheetah.
They're 2 different cats that's in the name.
But what do you think about it? What do you think about her?
She's cool. And?
I'm just trying to check how you feel about furry females. I'm just trying to check it out.
Oh, no, she's cool. I don't have anything against Tigra.
Okay.
Well,
all I'm saying is, if the Wonder Woman show comes out and you find her villains are actually kind of cool when they're respected, I don't want to hear anything from you. In fact, I want to hear an apology. That's it. You're not even going to be in the review.
Okay. When the Wonder Woman show happens on Austin, I'll give you my honest critique. But you better be waiting a sure long while for that, man. All right.
Better be waiting until we're old and dead.
For all I know, it's going to be pushed back even more for random films. We might not see that for 10 more years.
We're all gonna be in our 90s when Wonder Woman gets a show. All right?
Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that we should move on, audience. So we're done with the media news. Now we're going on the comic news.
This is my time to shine. So
go ahead.
Akihiro is getting a book. We already know this. Okay, so if you didn't know, if you don't know
And
who
you're
Akihiro
correcting
is,
them.
can I
Hey.
give my synopsis?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, ready? So if you don't know who Akihiro is, he used to go by Daken, not anymore. So basically on Krakoa, he was living his best life. You know, he got a girlfriend. He was like thriving. You know, like yeah, we had some stuff that happened. I'm not gonna get into. And you know, he was in the Alpha Flight book for a bit. And you might be wondering what happened after the Alpha Flight book. Well, I'll tell you. So him and the twins, the Bobier twins, North Star and Aurora, they pull up to the North Pole to hang out with Aki's sister, you know, Wolverine, you know, the rest of the X-Force people, because this was Krakoa era X-Force, just letting you know that right now. And so through some bullshit, he is literally slaughtered by Sabretooth.
Damn.
For no really good reason, because he could.
Deserved.
He's related. He's related to his greatest enemy, after all. Which
They
Yeah,
took
Can
Sabretooth
I
to hell, and he
finish?
became the king of hell. It
Can I
deserved.
finish? Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
So that I can finish giving the audience the gist of what's happening. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Akihiro's killed. That's all you gotta know. Okay, he got killed by Sabretooth. And so he was brought back by this like demon guy. I don't even know. I didn't fully capture the guy's name. And so he became Hellverine. He had like a 4-issue mini series, and now he's getting an ongoing. I read the preview panels, and oh my god, depressed. I was like, get him off the streets, get him off. Go find your boyfriend and your boyfriend. Go be happy. You don't have to be this shit again. Okay. Also, what did Tony say? Didn't dude get packed up by Sabretooth? He got sent back to lobby. Yeah, that's basically what happened. I still don't know why his face was stitched up, because he didn't get fucked over in the face. He just got his head cut off and his body dismembered.
Yeah, I was about to ask what's with the Frankenstein.
He had the stupid fucking mohawk back that we spent years getting rid of. Only for us to get it back because of a fucking random demon who wanted to make him like a cool Ghost Rider Wolverine motherfucker. Motherfucker, give him back his ponytail. Jesus, like the full on, not the stupid ass mohawk. We have grown away from characters with mohawks for 5 fucking seconds. Ugh, that's my major gripe. That is my major gripe, is that he has a stupid ass mohawk again. I'm tired of it. I hate it. But at least he has his
mohawk
tattoo.
If you look at the design, because wait, I'm looking at the picture of what he's a Hellverine.
Yes.
The mohawk adds nothing to the design. Like when he's on fire, you don't even notice it. It doesn't even look like it's there. So
exactly. We could have kept the fucking. We could have kept the ponytail, and we would have been good. But no. So the book is being called Hellverine, like Rises or whatever the fuck. What the fuck was it getting called again? I forgot what it was gonna get called.
He's being a Ghost Rider.
Hellverine #1.
Yeah. So I kind of read his miniseries. It was not the miniseries I wanted, but I guess it was the one that we got. Unfortunately, we spent years getting away from the fucking mohawk, and now we're fucking back to the stupid ass mohawk, and I want everyone to die because of it. Because screw all y'alls.
The only reason I can see them justifying giving the mohawk back is if they bring in Cortez into this, and the editors are like, we can't have more than one mohawk character, than one ponytail character at a time, audience.
I think they did it because they made him look different in the Ultimate Universe.
Oh.
Yeah, but we just got introduced to Ultimate Aki, so I still see no point. And plus, like, we got introduced to Hellverine way before, like at least a few months before his debut in Ultimate X-Men. So there's still no goddamn reason. There's also no goddamn reason why he has stitches on his goddamn face. If they want, like, I don't really care all too much that he's Hellverine. But at the same time, it's like at the same time he's grown. He's grown so much character, and now we're back here, and I'm just like, fuck. Yes, I will be reading this book. I probably won't talk about it on the podcast because I'm too tired, and I already have a bajillion books to talk about. So, yeah.
I still want to understand what the justification is behind this Frankenstein look to him. You know, the stitched up face.
No, I literally told you guys is that he got dismembered by Sabretooth.
He has a healing factor.
Yeah,
he
the healing
got
factor.
murdered.
Yeah,
he got
if
murdered.
You don't have a healing factor, you get put that together. Your wounds will heal. You won't have stitches. You won't need stitches at that point.
This is demon magic over here.
I guess that's the only explanation.
At least he still has his tattoo. That's all that matters.
There you go.
And I read an article that the writer was a part of where we might be getting Aurora in this. So fucking finally, oh my god, finally we can have a conclusion to all this pain and trauma because these two cannot catch a break for the life of me. Oh my god, like come on. Let them kiss.
It's a conclusion.
Let them kiss. I need them to kiss one more time. At least one more time and I'll be okay. I need them to kiss Marvel. I need them to kiss. If you're not going to bring Somnus into this, you need to bring Aurora back into this first. And then you can bring Somnus into it. Okay, I need my throuple back, okay?
I need my throuple. Non-gay
my throuple. Give them to me!
It is out in the ordinary, but alright. Any final thoughts on this, guys, before we move on?
His mohawk is stupid as shit, and I hate it.
His helmet design, it looks dumb as shit. Like, he looks like he has flame coming from, like, his eyebrows. And that's, like, the flame, you know, look at the flame from his skull. It like he just comes from all the eyebrows. His hair has nothing to do with it. Well, you can't see his hair when he's in Hellverine.
The funny thing is, he's still wearing his Fang costume. He's just on fire. So I'm still calling him Fang or Akihiro because that's his goddamn name. And I'm gonna work on my AU where him and Aurora get married and have a kid together because I want them to be happy. Okay.
I don't like this non-gay wish decision. I hate it. I honestly.
Hey, this one's okay. You want to know why this is okay? Because Akihiro is canonically bisexual, so that's okay. It's okay in my book. But I believe that he would have a throuple going on with him, Aurora, and Somnus, so we still get some gay action in there, okay? So, you know. Don't worry. Don't worry, Austin. You still get gay shit. You just gotta work for it. You gotta work for it.
Gotcha. But alright then. I guess with that, we should move on to the next topic, audience. Let me bring that picture up. Alrighty, audience. Okay. A new series, Doom's Division, will tie into One World Under Doom. Oh, God.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the picture, and I saw the girl with the, like with the cards. Oh, what is Gambit's daughter or something? Like, was he flying on a card?
That is, I don't remember the name of the game, but I tried learning how to play it, and it's like a Korean card game.
Oh yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Gambit and Marvel Future Fight and something else has the same exact power, where he's flying on one of his exploding cards. And that's why I made me laugh. That's what
she has card magic. Like I remember Marvel gave Taguchi like his own miniseries, right? And forgive me. He doesn't even mind a mispronunciation.
You just need to change how you pronounce one syllable. But anyways, the name is called Ghost Stop, also known as Godori, which is a Korean fishing card game. That's what the cards look like. That's what her card looks like. I can't find the. Oh yeah, I found the exact card. Hey, yo. Here, I'm gonna send you guys a picture of what the cards look like. All the cards look like. I tried playing it. I could not figure it out from the life of me.
Nice. But yeah, audience, the Tiger Division is like a spiritual continuation of Agents of Atlas, but it's specifically in Korea. So yeah, I'm a big I'm a big fan of a lot of the characters from this roster, like Luna Snow, of course. White Fox is going to be in here, and okay, pronounce his name. Pronounce his name.
Taguki.
Taguki. All right, Taguki. All right.
Taguki. Yes, yes. We got there
Okay.
If you
eventually.
can't say
Okay.
his real name, you call by his superhero name, would you haven't said one time this review so far?
That's his super name.
He's not
That's
Captain.
a super.
He's not Captain anymore.
No, they didn't call him Captain South Korea. Well, he's supposed to be kind of like their version of Captain America, but he's a Superman, more inspired of that version, you know.
Let's
So
praise Luna Snow, who went from a video game character from Marvel Future Fight, was a mobile game, to a comic book
yep,
character, to now Marvel Rivals character.
yeah. Apparently, a lot of people seem to like Luna Snow from from Marvel Rivals. So good for her.
The
I
only thing I
mean,
don't like about her story is that they just immediately threw her into a love plot with what's his name? Totally Awesome Hulk,
uh,
for the sake of it.
Amadeus Chow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luna Snow. Luna Snow was cooking me. Okay. But Austin in Amadeus chose the fence. That was Greg Pak's boy he was trying to do a solid for, you know? Remember,
That
Greg
that
wasn't Greg.
doesn't make it better. Character's first comic issue shouldn't be them starting to date another superhero. I think it really hurts that character.
No, no.
So
That
half her
wasn't
story
her
became
first.
about her trying to manage her relationship with this character who wasn't going to stay in this book for long.
Hey, no. That wasn't her first ever issue. Like she had a tie-in. She debuted in a tie-in to War of the Realms from that Thor event. Then
Not yet
later
out of that.
on,
That was her
then
tie-in event, but
and
her
then later
actual
on,
first ongoing book is what I'm talking about.
no, she didn't have an ongoing book. She had a one
That book
shot,
was
but
perfectly ongoing, of course, but they made it scripted.
no.
I'm talking
The
about the
book
team
that
up
came,
book.
yeah, they gave Ages of Atlas its own miniseries after their tie-in book.
Oh, that was a miniseries too, but
That was
it's
yeah.
still most of her story is dating this character who doesn't go anywhere.
Gotcha. But yeah, they don't really touch on that much going forward. I mean, she has made a lot of one-shot ish appearances. Yeah, apparently there might be some legal disputes to like, her creators from that mobile game you were mentioning earlier. That's why Marvel's kind of limited as to, bring her into the comics as much. But again, they just want to ride on the hype she made in Marvel Rivals. So it just makes sense that they're going to be bringing her back in this book, you know?
Crazy. You know
And
what's funny?
what?
Marvel Future Fight made 3 original characters. Luna Snow was the second one. There's another
Yep.
character called Crescent Moon who has like the power like a she knows
The
karate
bear.
is there's a bear thing, yeah.
Yeah,
But the
she's the type.
first one is Sharon Rogers, the future daughter of Steve and Sharon, who had a comic book series, had like a one shot comic and everything, and she never came back. And she was amazing.
I'm trying to remember if she was in the comics because all I could remember was Steve
No,
and
no, no.
Sharon
Her
had a
comic was
daughter.
not really connected to the Marvel stuff. It had like one issue comic in Marvel. That was it.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, I mean, I guess good for them, I guess. I don't think the comics were ever able to make her character work, though. As for
Sharon
Crescent and
Rogers was a great Captain America. I don't care what anyone says. I love this character.
uh, Crescent and Io, though, like, I know who you're talking about. She's the little girl who's a Taekwondo prodigy, and she's wearing a mask that
Yep.
has her project the spirit of a bear. So, yeah, she was cool. She was part of the
I
Ages
just
of
thought of.
Atlas, too.
Oh yeah, she was.
Hmm.
She was. She just didn't
Yeah.
come back after that.
Yeah, because I guess Marvel just really wanted to focus on like Luna Snow and White Fox. Those are the only two that really became reoccurring characters, you know.
It's even worse
So
for Sharon, bro. Sharon deserves better.
I know. But hey, it's a Captain America family curse apparently. New characters don't tend to last that long. So, all right. Going back to this topic at hand, for Doom's division, I would like to see how these guys tackle the whole Doom One World Under Doom plot. As far as the writer goes, well, I mean, you guys can kind of guess what they were looking for in terms of the writer of this book. It's going to be written by Yonha Lee and drawn by Minkyo Jung, and I have never heard of those two names in comics
Can you
before. So.
can you send me that article or wherever you got that information of, because I might recognize
Is it a hot
it.
topic?
It's on the Hot Topics.
Ah shit. Okay, give me a minute.
Gotcha. But
Let me get off a pit crew real quick.
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, like those people are just making their debut in agent in this book for obvious reasons. But you know what? If they can make a banger, go for it. You know. I just want more Luna Snow content. I mean, for God's sakes, I have like literally all her appearances in comics, coincidentally enough. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I see this is good news. Man, I
It's
wish.
funny because this is her main comic suit, and this is the one that's not in Marvel Rivals. They went her a K-pop outfit.
Yeah, which is which is how she got her powers from. Funny enough, Austin. You know.
I know.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she's had quite a couple of other suits. So far.
Wait, did you say that who was gonna be in the team that we, or did you say that already? Or am I just
Yes,
He
it
said
was
some of them. We don't. Did you say for everybody here though?
I didn't say
Who's the
everybody. I
robot?
just said a couple of them. Let me bring up the exact roster from the article. Give me a sec. Come on, give me the names of them. Okay, so it's going to be Tageki, White Fox, Luna Snow, Lady Bright, Mr. Enigma, Gunnar 2, and the General.
I do know this artist.
I assume Mr. Enigma is the guy on the right, if I remember correctly.
I guess.
Okay. I actually do know who this artist is.
Oh, okay.
So I did talk about it on the podcast, but Kid Juggernaut was given like a mini series on Marvel Unlimited to like explain who the hell he is and what his deal is, you know? And it was drawn by that person.
Ah, okay. Do you know anything about the writer?
I have not looked it up yet. Let me look them up. Copy and paste. Let me see. I want your comics. I don't want. Give me a minute. Just I know he does. I know he's done novels.
Gotcha. Also, this article is saying that we also will see other characters like Wave and Arrow making an appearance too. Yeah, Wave was also another surprising hit with this Division comic audience.
Which she's getting a Peach Momoko cover. If you see me. I don't recognize any of his works personally at the moment. Let me see if he's written any other comics. Like comics specifically. I'm only seeing novels, and I don't tend to read a lot of novels.
Yeah, so this is basically going to be his first time writing a comic then, is what I'm gathering.
Yes.
So let's hope he starts it off with a banger, audience. So yeah.
That artist, he drew a comic that I'm actually interested in reading. So I'm gonna go on my DC Universe Infinite account and look him up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it is in the 12:30 mark, so.
Okay, so I think we should. Yeah, let's go on to the next topic, audience. Unless you have any final thoughts, Witch.
No, not really.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on to the next topic, audience.
I forgot. White Fox was also originally from Marvel Future Blade.
Oh yeah, she was, and she's popular enough to be in the comics.
It's literally everybody but Sharon Rogers started for that game, and then made it comics.
It's a Captain America family curse, Austin. But all right, with that, let's move on to the next topic.
Bro, why did you use this fan art? Why don't you just use the picture I applied? The picture officially.
It was Jake who brought up this picture.
That's what I'm asking.
If you guys put it in pics, I'll put it on there. Not that I find it myself.
Okay. I'll bring it up.
You don't have to find yourself. It's in Hot Topics. The picture
I
itself
don't
is
want to
there.
scroll through multiple news looking for an image. Just put it in pics. Or no.
Okay, a little something for next time. But anyway, this is still the costume that Absolute Flash is going to be wearing.
I actually like it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, if there was going to be a modern design of Flash's costume, this kind of would be it. So, yeah, Wally West audience, how do y'all dig it?
Wally?
Yeah, it's the red hair. I mean, it has to be Wally.
Absolute universe. Darkseid made Wally West the true Flash.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yep. So they're like, screw Jay Garrick, screw Barry Allen. We're going right down to Wally.
No. Because this is the hopeless universe, and he's a hopeless character. So there you go.
Thank you so much, Tom King, for doing that. No. So
I didn't do anything. After that, Wally had the greatest resurgence of any character of all time. The man outran the Batman Who Laughs and all the other shit. He only been on the rise since then.
Well, we could have seen him outrun Dr. Manhattan instead, Austin, but we didn't because of Tom King. So, yeah, I mean, good for Flash. Cool design. Don't really know what else to say. Do you have any thoughts on this, Austin?
No, I don't like the suit. A lot of Flash fans don't like the suit. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Y'all kept talking about the Absolute Universe. So I just want to show the design. It's the first one we got.
Oh, okay. I guess. I just haven't been hyped for a Flash book ever since the 1 Minute War audience. It's been so long. When Queen get
Okay, 1 minute was not that long ago.
I know, but still. Can we get a 1 Minute World War II audience? Come on.
A 2-minute war this time.
Yeah. Yes, that would be so dope.
And then Crypto will have more time. Crypto will have more time to review that book as opposed to last time he did.
I'll be right back. You guys continue talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah, audience, because before when we were practicing recording, right, for a couple of topics before we started going live, I would try doing the 1 Minute War reviews in the span of a minute.
It was highly entertaining. I wish we had it filmed. It was highly entertaining.
And that war was just so good, audience. Like, just seeing, all the speedsters having to correspond with each other. But at the same time, you saw Superman, who's, trying to catch up. Not that he isn't fast, it's just the fact that this is all happening in the span of a minute, where even the speedsters were like, yeah, Superman will eventually catch up to us, but by then this event will probably most likely be over. So, yeah. But, alright, I guess with that, you guys will move on to the last topic of the night?
Yep.
Okay. Austin, this is you, buddy.
They can do it.
Doctor Strange for Asgard.
Oh man! Well, he has to find some place to go now that Doom has the whole world in his hands.
If I'm just going by the picture I see, I actually really do like the premise. The sim is going on Asgardian adventures. Has he done this before?
I would think he would.
He did when Loki became Sorcerer's Supreme.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't like the suit. It's just too bright.
That's literally everything about Asgard, though.
Yeah, I guess. This is just really.
He's standing on a rainbow bridge. You talking about his suit being too bright?
Yeah. I will say that this kind of feels like really out of left field for what's Doctor Strange's next journey now that he's no longer Sorcerer Supreme? Oh, let's just send him to Asgard. I'm like, okay, didn't really think about that, but oh well. You know what I think was
not really it's not really that random. Jet McKay wrote the story where Loki became Sorcerer Supreme. And then he went Doctor Strange went to Asgard and became the god of magic with the suit where he had the all white on. With the priest of the tree as a branch.
Oh, okay,
So
okay. That makes more sense now.
yeah, so it's more like if
You know,
it feels like he needs more power again, he has to regain his spot. He has to be able to challenge
Mhm.
Thor. He has to be able to challenge Doom, not only with Doom's power boost, but also remember Doom has a piece of his soul.
Oh yeah,
So it
yeah.
looks like he's just exploring all avenues of magic. The Asgard just the
Mhm.
best place out of the way of Doom's influence that he can, do that at.
So okay, so basically, Doom is the Russian from Rocky Four, and Doctor Stephen Strange is Rocky in this scenario. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see the training montage of Doctor Strange having to get all the magic he can in his arsenal. You know?
The only thing with Jet McKay, people don't know. People say they read Doctor Strange. They don't read Doctor Strange. They don't know about magic and Marvel. Other than Scarlet Witch, magic usually comes at a cost, right?
Yep.
Except for Doom for some reason. Doom probably pays the cost. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But as of I want to say 2015 was the movie resurgence of Doom. I mean of Strange. So they had
Yeah.
to bring everything back. To use certain high level magic, a cost had to be paid. Doctor Strange didn't notice, and Wong was sacrificing people or making students of magic like give up their magic for Strange to do certain stuff to help save people. Or
Yeah.
Strange will have to make deals and lose parts of himself or parts of places to do certain stuff. So Asgard magic is different. We know that fundamentally it's different. So
Hmm.
I wonder if this is their way of having him not have to lose anything more going forward. If he's going to look for more different avenues of magic than like the natural dark arts and stuff like that he already does, this kind of changes. Not only does it make him more supreme than he's ever really been, but also changes how magic might interact on Earth. If
Hmm.
Asgard magic is going to be around willy nilly now, if that makes sense.
I mean, that would be a nice status quo shake up a bit for a while. You know? I'm
Yeah,
trying to look at.
I wonder how many will affect. But we got to have the. This is my
Trying
problem
to
with
look at.
Strange Academy. Strange Academy could have like answered these type of questions, but they were so concerned about who these 13-year-olds were dating instead of actually having them explore magic at the school.
Typical high school drama, you know? I'm trying to look at.
That's
Okay,
middle
I'm
school,
looking at
man.
this
That's the
article.
worst part.
Oof, dang. Okay, I'm looking at the article, right? It's going to be written by Derek Landy. He's the guy who wrote that Captain America and Iron Man book, and he also wrote Savage Avengers. Yeah, I like this
Oh,
Captain America and
this
Iron
guy
Man
knows.
book.
This guy do imagine, and Doctor Strange was great in Savage Adventures. That was also a follow up to
Mhm.
Jet McKay stuff.
Ah, okay, okay. So yeah, we're giving a book to somebody of experience, audience. You know, if I had my way, right, one thing I think would have been a great shakeup is if Doctor Strange follows the same route as the opposite route as what Reed Richards is going through right now, because Reed Richards, the man of science, is trying his best to delve in the world of magic. So wouldn't it be funny if you had Doctor Strange having dwell in the world of technology for a bit?
Credit, listen, credit, listen. I want you to look at my non-essential profile picture. I want you to look in the eyes. After
What?
the last days of magic, the story event, Doctor Strange will never, ever explore science. You hear me? Science almost wiped out magic across the multiverse. He is never going to do it.
Well, well, you have to do what you can to get your title back, and
This is
you're
a
going up
man
against me.
who gave up his own life and burnt to death in order to restore magic for people, all right? He is not going to go to science.
Oh wow!
He will kill himself and then trust whoever comes after him to get the job done before he trusts Reed Richards to come here and tell this man that 2 + 2 equals 4. I promise you.
Okay, okay. Somebody who believes in magic can't believe in science, apparently, audience. So
He's a doctor.
I know, right? The
Science is
irony
the
was.
death of magic, all right?
All right, all
Just
right.
go talk to Brody about that. I swear, Shaman gave him a really bad headache that one time to
Mm-hmm.
get rid of his headaches.
Yeah, gotcha.
See?
But all right, audience. Any final thoughts before we close out the night, guys?
No.
Okay.
They
All right.
should
Well,
do better.
yeah. Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna have to send pictures to you guys later, and don't ask what pictures, audience. You'll see tomorrow.
Gotcha. All right, audience. We'll see y'all tomorrow for the comic reviews of the week. So, all right. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.